Okay, so let's talk about thought disorders. So first thing we'll talk about is the thought content disorder. So thinking about content, you think about something called as content creators that we all know. Content creators, we know, okay, they are all delusional. Okay, there's certain levels of delusion because they are content creators. They think they're like God. Okay, so they have certain delusions in them. It's very important to know that content creators are delusional. Okay, that's one of the most important things. Second is that they have a phobia. What phobia? That no one's gonna watch my videos. It's not gonna get enough likes. It's not gonna get enough content, comments, and everything. So they have certain phobias as well. So much so that they only think about that and they get depressed. So they have feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness because they tie all their self worth to people watching their videos and likes and comments and subscribers and everything like that. Then they start to realize that okay, social media is not real. Okay, it's not real, like it's just a facade, right? So that is a derealization. Okay, that not real is a derealization. They've started to realize that social media is not even personal, so that is why it is depersonalization. And then eventually when they've realized everything, they become antisocial. So you have antisocial urges. So that is, don't see this G, it is the G is here. So basically that is content thoughts, the disorders of content. Let's just revise. What the first thing, that content creators are delusional. Second is that they get phobia because no one, like they have that fear that someone, people are not going to watch them anymore, no one's going to subscribe, no one's going to like. Okay, so much so that they get depressed. They have feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness. After that, they realize social media is not real, it is not personal, and eventually they get antisocial. So that is how content, basically, content creators are. Next, you think about stream. Now, stream, you have to remember this, there's a stream of water like this, okay, and see how it is becoming a circle over here. Okay, so that is what you should remember. This is a stream of water. Now, first thing about a stream of water you see is the speed at which it goes, basically the tempo of the stream. Okay, and the second thing you see is basically the continuous nature of the stream. So two things you will see in this stream of water. First is that, oh wow, it is the speed. Okay, is it too fast, is it too slow? Basically the speed. The second thing you see is the continuous nature of it. So now first thing, when you're talking about the speed, it can either be too fast, so that is, it is a flight of ideas बोलते हैं ना, वो stream disorder है, flight of ideas, because it is so fast. If it is too slow, it is retardation. Okay, like retardation or blocking. Okay, it is retardation of ideas. That is a too slow. The stream is too slow, and as you can see in the end, it is becoming a circle like this. That means it is circumstantiality. Matlab what it is, that person keeps beating around the bush. Okay, but comes to back to the point, but it is still beating around the bush. So that is why this is a tempo ka thing. Coming to continuous. Now, someone to be continuously flowing, you have to realize that it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of perseverance. So that is why this is a continuous nature, is a perseverance. जो ये बोलते हैं वो उसका है. Next is possession. Now, when you're someone saying possession disorders, think about Manjulika and the Bhool Bhulaiya movie. Now, Manjulika, jo Avni thi, if you remember that, when she was accused of being Manjulika, she had that thing that people are putting ideas into her head, people are removing ideas from her head, and ideas from her head are getting broadcasted. This is not exactly what happened, but you can think about it. You can imagine, once she got confronted, she was accusing, oh, you're putting thoughts in my head, you're removing thoughts from my head, or you're broadcasting my thoughts. So that is why thought insertion, withdrawal, and thought broadcast. And then you remember Avni, because when she heard about the story of Manjulika, she became obsessed with it. That's why she had that, inherently she wanted to do something to, provide justice for Manjulika, right? So she was obsessed with it, and that is why she was compelled to do all the harmful things that she did in the movie. So she was obsession and compulsion, both she had. So this is all for possession. So possession, remember Manjulika had thought insertion, withdrawal, and thought broadcast. She also was Avni was obsessed with it, and Avni was compulsed with it. Next is form. Now form, you have to remember formation. Okay, and formation you have to remember lines. Okay, it's all like geometry is coming back. So you have a straight line, okay, like this first, then you have broken lines like this, then you have like completely like random like very hush bush, then you have lines which are joining, they're coming from new points. Okay, they're joining from new locations, and here you have lines which are very random and purposeless. They're not meeting a point, they're not starting from a point, they're just purposeless in the space. So this is how you're going to remember the form disorders. Okay, so form matlab formation, remember formation. Now if it is a straight line, that means it is tangentiality. Matlab what, this person is starting from one thought to another thought, but not coming back to the point. So tangentiality and circumstantiality का ये दो difference है. Okay, so it's a straight line. Next you have is the broken lines. Okay, now when your lines are broken, you are basically derailing. So remember that this is derailing. Broken lines are derailing. Here you have very random lines that reminds you of a word salad. Like salads have random lines. The same way this is random, and it is not even a line at this point. It's just this random swiggly things and around. Here you have lines which are coming from new origin points, right? New origin. So that means it is a neologism because they are lines, but they're just coming from new points. And the last is purposeless lines, which are basically just not having common end goal. They're just randomly there at this. That means they are desultory thoughts. So this is all the thought disorders: content, stream, possession, and form.